Hey there, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the Making It Work kitchen. What up, yo? Today we are going to be making some steel cut oats. So I had a thing to make some oatmeal for a while back, and it was cheaper to buy a 25-pound bag than it was to buy like the amount that I needed. I would have needed two of the bigger bags of the smaller size, and they didn't weigh 25 pounds. It was like a total of maybe 10 pounds. And that cost more than the 25-pound bag. So I bought the 25-pound bag, and now I have a lot of oats left over. So I know that sometimes these steel cut oats will also show up at like food pantries and such. So if you find yourself having steel cut oats and don't know what to do with them, or maybe you don't particularly like them, whatever, I'm going to show you how I do it. So this is a big jar of steel cut oats that I've got, and I have another one this size as well. So I'm gonna be eating some oatmeal for a hot minute. So I start with a pan of milk and water. Now I'm doing like a triple batch. So I'm using this big pan because this is the other size pan that I had, and that is only good for single batch. So making it work and using a big pan. And so anyway, for a single batch, you want to do 3 cups of water to 1 cup of milk. You can use any kind of milk you want. Regular milk, oat milk, soy milk, whatever it is that you use. I'm using coconut milk. This is just the brand that I had, and I had some that needed to be used. And then I didn't have quite enough of that, so I added in a little bit of oat milk. So a cup of milk for your milk of choosing, and then 3 cups of water. And you want to put that on like medium heat and get it to a very low simmer. It just needs to be heated. And I like to add a little razzle dazzle. I am obsessed with making vanilla extract. So I always have vanilla beans, and these are, look at the size of these flippin' beans. Look at this. Look at it, flippin' beans. Look at this. This is one vanilla bean. Like, they're not normally this big. So this one has already been through a round of extract, and as you can see, I've already cut the end off and gotten the caviar out of here. I might be able to squeeze a little bit more. If I cut it open and scraped it, there'd probably be more. Oh, yep, I'm getting some out of there. Do you see it? You see it? Yes, oh my God. That stuff is like gold. Look at that. So I'm gonna put that in there. I'm going to split this bean open just to flavor the milk a little bit, add a little bit of depth of flavor. So there's that. And then normally I would also put a cinnamon stick in here, but I don't have any here with me. So I've got some cookie butter spice that I made up. I'm just going to sprinkle a little sprinkle in there. To jazz that up a bit. So then what we do is in a skillet, you want to put some butter or oil, whatever it is that you want to use. My skillet, these things together do not fit on this hot plate. My skillet's like tilting off to the side, so we're making it work. So I'm using this coconut oil, and I got it on sale, half off. It was great deal at Walmart. You know, obviously Sam's and Costco have better deals on it, but Walmart, this was a really good deal. So now neither one of these coconut products are very like overwhelmingly coconut. Like sometimes with either one of these, coconut oil or milk, the coconut flavor really shines through. This does come through a little bit, but it's kind of toned down. So coconut oil in the skillet. Maybe a little more. I'm doing a triple batch. Normally for a single batch, you'd probably use like a tablespoon probably. So I'm using around 3 tablespoons. Might be a little bit more. Anyway, at any rate, we're going to heat that up. Again, like I said, my skillet is tilting here. But we're heating that up, and then I'm gonna put in, that's not safe. That's not safe. That's not safe. Okay, I should put it down. All right. So then we want to do a cup of steel cut oats. So I'm doing 3 cups. Focus on the counting. Sorry, I got radio silent there. So now we've got the steel cut oats in the pan with the melted oil of your choosing. So we're just going to stir this around until it gets a little toasty and releases. It'll start releasing aromatics. You'll start to be able to smell it. It's going to be kind of nutty. So I'm going to pause this, let these things do what they do, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So the video apparently only pauses for so long, and this took a while. So we are now toasted, and if you can smell that nuttiness coming out, yes, like just that browned nuttiness flavor or scent coming out, and you know that that scent is going to transfer into flavor. So now we've got this liquid that has been simmering. We're going to turn this down to like medium low. I'm going to go a little to the low side because I don't want it to like stick to the bottom of my pan. This is like a 2-burner thing that I'm working on, so the heating is a little uneven. However, I'm happy for the heat that it does provide. So I don't know if I showed you that, so I'll show you again. Here's the liquid. You can, I don't know if you can see it, but from my side I can see the steam coming up. So we're just gonna transfer this oats straight into the liquid. Trying to do it with the least amount of splashing as possible. Okay. So give that a good stir. Still got the vanilla bean in there. I'm gonna leave it in there and just let it do its thing. Send these oats to Flavor Town while it's cooking. So you want to put this on, like I said, like medium to low heat. It's gonna be about 20 minutes, and then after 20 minutes, that's 5, Let's look for my timer. My timer. So I'm gonna let this go for about 20 minutes. I'll come back in and like stir it occasionally. And then after 20 minutes, I'm gonna add some salt, stir it up, and then let it cook for, well, I'm gonna check it at that time because the 20-minute, and then, so for a regular batch, let it cook for 20 minutes, stir it up, add some salt, and then let it cook for another like 10 minutes. I'm going to check that whenever I do this because it's a bigger batch. So I'll be back. And I know that the pause is not going to last that long. So this time around, I'm going to work on maybe like figuring out how to put some of these longer videos together. Wish me luck. That's taken a long time. I'm hungry. Snack. Cheese. Snack cheese.
One eternity later.
And it's done. So this is what we're looking for. You can let it cook longer if you want it to be less liquid. This is really like easy to adjust. If you want it less runny, let it cook longer. If you want it more runny, stop it before it gets to this point. I like mine, because I'm going to be reheating it, like I'm going to be packaging, I guess I could use the word packaging. I'm going to be, it's meal prep for a couple of us, so I'm going to be putting it into jars and stuff, and I want it a little bit more creamy so that whenever I reheat it, it is moist still has some creaminess to it. So I'll be back. I'm going to package these up and I'll make a bowl and show you different ways to top it. Okay. Hey there, I'm back. I like the sound. So I've got this big pot. It's not all the way full. So I'm going to just portion it up into some jars. I'm going to get the portion out that I'm going to eat first into my bowl here. And then I'll show y'all what I'm going to top this with. The thing that I like about this the most, I think, is it's so versatile. Like, you can top it with whatever you like. Like, you can make this so many different ways. So, back to that. Now, I've just got, like, an array of jars. Random jars here. I love jars. I like to save jars. So, just gonna start filling it up. And then, you know, throughout the week, as I need it, I can just pull one of these jars out of the fridge and whoop, make a breakfast. Real quick, easy, simple breakfast, and it's going to help me reach some of the goals that I have set forth for myself. Those goals mainly include just being healthier. You know, 45 now, and I've got things in my family history. I've got things in my history that I need to think about. And, you know, I've got grandbaby that I want to be around for. He's 4. He's not really a grandbaby anymore, but it's always my baby. That I want to be around for. And I've got goals to be around for as long as possible. So I'm going to finish jarring these up, and when I get back, I'll be back. Told you I'll be back. Okay, so I've got this jarred up now. I ended up with, I think these are pint-sized jars. So I've got 2 pints, essentially 3 pints, and this size jar, and then this size jar, and then this. So I want to give it a taste just to see. Very good baseline. I wouldn't call it bland, but I also wouldn't call it seasoned. So it's what you're looking for. You want a blank canvas kind of with like a depth of flavor in it to add to it. So again, you can add anything. I've got a banana here that has seen better days. So we're going to add some of this banana so that it can fulfill the purpose of its life, which is to give nutrients to another being. All right, so I wonder, banana, put as much as little as you like in there. This is to your taste. I've got some PB2 powder I'm going to put in there. I'm wondering, can I like tilt this a little bit so y'all can see it? How can I tilt it and it be supported? Will this work? I don't think so. I don't think that will work. This is risky. Will that work? That might work. Okay. BB2 powder. I like to smell my things. Do you guys smell your food before you like use it? Is that a me thing? Like I smell milk, I smell water. Like if I open something up, I like to smell it. Is that just a me thing? This, how much of this do I want to use? I don't know. We're gonna go for about a tablespoon, I guess. Throw that in there. Can adjust that if necessary. I've also got some maple syrup that I definitely need to use. So I'm gonna throw maple syrup and throw some of that up in there. And then I've got some like walnuts and pumpkin seeds that I'm gonna throw in there. Now I've done this a few different ways. I've done it with apples, like stewed apples, with cinnamon and honey, and I've done it with strawberries and pecans with some brown sugar and cinnamon. I've done it with, I did the stewed apples and roasted butternut squash with the maple syrup and the nuts. That was delicious as well. I've done it with blueberries and honey. This will freeze well. It freeze dries well. I tried that with a friend of mine. So we're gonna mix this up. That syrup almost came up out of there. Mix, 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 mix. Just using this little wooden spoon. Anybody else? Little spoon? Little fork? Little knife? Anyone? That PB2 powder, I can start smelling it now. Okay. So this is what it looks like all mixed up. Yummy. Oh, yummy, yummy in my tummy. Okay, let's try it. Cheers. You didn't really see that one. Cheers. This was the right combo for me for today. Big piece of banana. Nope. Thank y'all for joining me. Mucho apreciado. And I'll see you next time. Let's make it work. Bye.